Welcome ENC students. This is your professor Michael Bloomberg with you again, and the purpose of this video is to introduce you to the ENC online syllabus. What we're going to do, since the ENC 90 and 91 syllabi are exactly the same except for the course description, I'm just going to talk to you briefly about section 1 of each course, and I'm just going to focus in on one of the syllabi since they contain the exact same info. So let's start with the ENC 90. Instead of reading the course description, you can read that on your own. Let me just explain what each course is about. The ENC courses are 2 semester sequence courses, with ENC 90 being the first course and 91 being the second course. You are placed in 90 based upon your compass score in KCTCS placement policy. You're placed in 91 either based upon completing ENC 90 or again your placement score on the compass according to KCTCS placement policy. So with that out of the way, and you're going to learn a whole lot more about the class. We are writing it extensive. We will move beyond the course description and move into the syllabi, which again are exactly the same at this point. Textbooks and materials. The biggest thing you need to know is that you need the My Writing Lab code, and you can purchase that if you are a Somerset Community College student through either the Somerset or Laurel bookstores. If you are a student at a different KCTCS college, I think you might find it helpful to look in the Start Here button on Blackboard with the help resources and look at your course material, because I have actually placed some information on there that will help you locate and order your correct text for the class, which is the My Writing Lab. The Write Stuff 3rd edition is simply an ebook that will come when you register with the class, and I've put the ISBN number, the ISBN on there for you. The other thing is Wes Moore's The Work, and you do need to have a copy of that. I'm going to, just for a moment, put it up on the screen. You'll see my hands coming into view here, just so you can get a picture of what the book looks like. This is, again, Wes Moore's The Work. You can find that at the SEC bookstore, or you can even find this one online or where books are sold. Biggest thing to know is accessing my labs. I've put some help resources and Start Here, but I'm also going to place some information in the Week 1 Weekly Assignments folder. I know it's a very daunting task and it can get a little tricky to get registered, so I'm going to help you out as much as I can with those videos, but you should use Blackboard to register for the course. Please, please don't go to Pearson or My Writing Lab. You do not need a course ID, so if you ask me for a course ID or you think you need one, that's a surefire sign that you're not registering on Blackboard. If you register on Blackboard by following the link, My Writing Lab, you're on the right track, so please note that. But you do need to get registered as soon as possible. My name again, I'm scrolling back up, is Michael Bloomberg. I teach at Somerset Community College, the Laurel campus, and my phone number is listed. My office is 100C of South Laurel. And please note that email is the best way to contact me by far, and my email address is listed if you have questions. I've also created a tab on Blackboard that says Email Mr. Bloomberg, which will set you up a direct email path to me. Office hours are Monday, Wednesday, 1:30 to 3:30, and Tuesday, Thursday, 9:30 to 12:30. If you have any questions about anything, you can send me an email, and that is, again, the best way to contact me. But if you want to call during that time, you can do so as well. Tammy Woodall is our division assistant, and Kim Kleberg is our associate dean for transitional education, and both of their contact info is on here. It is imperative that you have an active KCTCS email account, and I've given you some information on the syllabus about that. If you're a Somerset student and you don't have an active email, you might check with the Learning Commons. Or if you are at a different KCTCS school, check with your local administrator about getting your email up to date and active. It is very important. The course objectives and competencies are listed, as well as the central question of how can I prepare for English 101. I will let you look at those on your own, but they are very important. But for the sake of time, please look them over because it shows you what you need to do to get ready for English 101. The Quality Enhancement Plan is important by Dr. Paul and Elder. All of our assignments are geared toward critical thinking, and critical thinking is defined by both of those individuals, Dr. Paul and Elder, as the art of analyzing and evaluating thinking with a view to improve it. So look at that closely. First week's work required. This is super important. I'm going to read to you what it says here. Students who do not complete the opening exercises by the due date will be reported as no-shows in the class and removed from the class. For details, see announcements and getting started. You have 2 assignments that you need to start on as soon as you possibly can. The first is the syllabus quiz. This video will help you, but you're also going to have to go review along with the syllabus as we go. Once you've done that, complete the syllabus quiz. The second is a discussion board assignment related to class introductions. You need to complete them both by Wednesday, August 19th, before midnight, before we turn over to Thursday, or else you stand the risk of being reported as a no-show and removed from the class. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to contact me about that. Weekly assignments, we do move on a weekly basis. That is to say, I don't just upload all of your work and say, here it is. It doesn't work quite that well for a transitional English class. So we move on a week-by-week basis, and I will upload to Blackboard your work at the start of each new week. It is the student's responsibility to check each week in the Weekly Assignments tab on Blackboard and begin work promptly. I will also let you know, by the way, that I will post an announcement and send it to your email when the new week's work is ready to go. So I always do that so you get the heads up of when new work is ready to be addressed. Online course information. An online course requires a great amount of self-motivation and regulation. It's crucial that you carefully examine the course syllabus and weekly calendar, as well as all other course materials. You will be held accountable for following the directions, meeting deadlines, and understanding policies. There are no exceptions. With an online course, I recommend you plan ahead. So if you are getting close to a due date, try to submit an assignment the day before it's actually due. That way, if you have any glitches in submitting, you can shoot me an email right away. Your email's timestamped so I know when you sent it. And we could try to get the issue addressed before you are actually past the due date for the assignment. You should check your KCTCS email and Blackboard at least 3 or 4 days per week. That's just a working number, but I think it's a good working number, 3 to 4 days per week. If you check it every day, that's great, but I know that you are juggling a lot of things in your lives. With work, family responsibilities, so on and so forth. But if you can keep tabs 3 or 4 days a week, you're going to be in good shape. Section 2, grading criteria. This is some important info you want to know. It is a weighted percentage, so not all things are weighed the same mathematically. But your paragraphs and writing, since we are a writing class, those items are worth 40% or do constitute the biggest or largest part of your grade. My writing lab, 25%. Blackboard discussion postings, or in other words, the work we do on the discussion board, 20%. And participation is 15% of your overall grade. It is important to be active and participatory. Even though we are an online class, you need to stay active in the class. The weighted percentage points are mentioned, as well as some information on the MP score. Writing guidelines. This is very important. In the Start Here tab on Blackboard, I have in the Help Resources folder placed for you a video that shows you exactly what I'm looking for in terms of setting up your documents. You never need a title page, but what you do need to make sure you follow 12-point Times New Roman font, double spacing, and 1-inch margins. Those are very strict guidelines. I do deduct points if you don't follow them, so please, when you get a chance, check out that video. Section 3 shows your general ed requirements. They are important, but for the sake of time, I'm going to skip through those, but look them over on your own. Section 4, general info. I just need to read a few things here as we're winding down the video. I do need to share with you the ADA statement, so bear with me as I read that. As per Section 504 of the Vocational Rehabilitation Act of 1973 and the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990, if students need academic accommodation, please contact the Office of Disability Service at Somerset Community College. That contact person is Mary Petrie, and her information is presented to you on the syllabus. Academic dishonesty. Students may be subject to disciplinary proceeding resulting in an academic penalty or disciplinary penalty for academic dishonesty. Academic dishonesty includes, but is not limited to, cheating on a test. I think that's self-explanatory. Plagiarism, that's where a student takes someone else's words or ideas and attempts to pass them off as his or her own. And or collusion, that's when 2 or more students conspire together to be academically dishonest. I have placed for you the link for the Student Code of Conduct, so if you have more questions or want to look that over, it is there for you. I'm going to skip 3, 4, and 5 as they apply mostly to students who are taking classes at the college. Where you're online, we don't need to cover that so much. I do want to look at number 6, which is Starfish. Starfish is a program we started using last year, and it was a pretty good success in terms of allowing instructors to communicate with students about their academic progress. 3 times per semester, I will be sending along updates, and I do it through the Starfish system, and in turn, Starfish sends an alert to your KCTCS email where I will post some information regarding your academic progress. Check out SCC's website for more details and helpful instructions related to Starfish. And again, number 5 is more for students who are taking classes at the actual campus site. But the tobacco policy is one where no tobacco use is allowed on the Somerset Community College campus, but that's on there for you as well. I hope you found this syllabus video helpful. I hope it introduced you a little bit to the course. I look forward to working with each of you this semester. If you have any questions at any point, feel free to contact me via email is probably the best way to do that. That's it for this syllabus video, but there will be more videos to come in the future. Take care and good luck with the syllabus quiz.